was crying, like real tears were coming out of my eyes, and this man didn't even look at those. It was just after his own selfish interest. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Goodness Ocheche Emmanuel Lorifa. If you are a new subscriber, you are highly welcome to the family. To all my returning subscribers, thank you so much for always returning to watch my videos. So guys, in today's video, I'll be sharing with you my NYSC experience. This video might be long. I don't know the duration yet. So guys, please, I want to beg you to watch this video till the end, because I have a lot to share with you and there is a lot to learn from my experience. Please guys, I want to beg you to watch this video till the end. So guys, before I start telling my story, before I start giving the hot gist, I want to give a brief explanation of what NYSC stands for the non Nigerians that are watching, so that they can have a little understanding of what NYSC means. NYSC stands for Nigerian Youth Service Corps. It is a scheme put in place by the Nigerian government for every Nigerian youth to undergo after graduating from the university or the polytechnic. It is a mandatory 1-year service that every graduate who is under 30 years old must render the service to the country. So guys, that being said, let us dive right into the video. Let me start from when I was waiting for my call-up letter. Call-up letter is a letter you receive from NYSC which contains the state you are posted to. So that's how I was patiently waiting for it. Some of my friends and my classmates were all anxious, because when it comes to this NYSC posting, it is very important. There are some states in Nigeria that you will not even want to go to, like the northern states. So we're just anxious and waiting patiently for the call-up letter. But some people were like, I've already talked to my uncle. My uncle said they are going to post me to my choice of states, and I told him the states I want to serve, this and that. Some like, I paid money to somebody, the person will walk the NYSC to a place of their choices. And I was just there looking. I didn't have anybody to run to. I didn't have any uncle working in NYSC that would tell about where I would like to serve, or I don't even have any money to pay to anybody to even work the NYSC posting for me. But I have God Almighty, the one who oversees everything. So what did I do? I just went to my room. I picked up my pen and paper. I wrote the states. I wrote 4 states that I would like to be posted to. I wrote Oyo State, I wrote Anambra State, I wrote Lagos State, and I wrote Abuja, the FCT, Federal Capital Territory. Because people who have served in these states before, like, they testify that, like in Oyo State, for example, the things are cheap in Oyo State, and the state is very peaceful. And same thing with Anambra State. But in the case of Lagos, they said Lagos is a bit expensive, but you get opportunity to get a good job. Same thing with Abuja. Abuja is expensive, but you have opportunity to get a good job. So I just wrote down those 4 states with faith. Then I told God something. I said, God, please take me to a place that will favor me. Take me to a place of your own choice. Your will. I want your will to be done in this matter. I want you to post me to a place of your choice, a place that will favor me, a place that I will forever be grateful to you for. Because nobody wants to go to a place where Boko Haram will start disturbing and all that. So I just wrote those 4 states and I left the rest to God. When other people were just busy saying they have uncle in NYSC that has already helped them and all that, I just left everything to God to handle, and I was waiting patiently and having faith. So a few weeks later, my call-up letter came out, and I checked it, and lo and behold, I was posted to Oyo State. And I was so excited. And I remember that I have an uncle in Oyo State who is working as a lecturer in the University of Ibadan, UI. So I quickly contacted him and he said I should pray they post me to Ibadan, because you know when you are posted to a state, they will now send you to different PPA. PPA means place of primary assignment. So it was like I should pray they post me to Ibadan, that if I am posted to Ibadan, it will give me a letter so that I can come serve in his faculty. So that was how I was excited. I was grateful to God Almighty. And see guys, there's something I want to tell you before I continue. Don't follow the crowd. Follow God only. It is only God that can give you the best in life. Could you believe that those people that said, oh, they have uncle, they gave their names to all their uncles to help them walk into their place of choice, and those who even paid money, they later complained to me that it didn't work. They were sent to far places, very far northern states, very far, and they later had to look for means, after the 3 weeks orientation camp. That was when they looked for means to now come back to work their posting to different states. So I just want you to know that it is best to follow Christ, to follow God, to believe in God, to have faith, in God. So let me continue what I was saying. I'm sorry for digressing. So I packed my things and went to Ibadan to meet that my uncle. Then he arranged somewhere for me to stay because I had never been to Ibadan before. It was my first time. I got to Ibadan. I called him. I met him at College of Medicine, and from there he arranged somewhere for me to stay, a place that is closer to the camp area where the orientation camp is, a place that is closer to the orientation camp, so that it will be easier for me to find my way there, because his own place is very far. So that was how the person took me to our house. I stayed there. The following morning I went to the orientation camp. To cut the long story short, after the orientation camp, people were also talking about posting for to different PPA, the primary place of primary assignment. They were saying, oh, they have worked it to be posted to Ibadan because Ibadan is the city in Oyo State. They don't want to be posted to villages where they will be suffering and all that. They said they have done this, they have done that. I was still hoping on God. I said, God, you that started it, know how you will finish it. That was how I kept praying in the camp. And when my posting came out, I was posted to Ibadan. Yeah, I was posted to a school, a secondary school in Ibadan. So I told my uncle about it. He said when I come down to Ibadan, he would give me a letter so that I can come serve in his faculty. So that was how I came down to Ibadan, and I went down to the school. But before then, I was staying at Winners Corpus Lodge. I was staying at Winners Corpus Lodge in Ibadan. The place is very far from my place of primary assignment, and staying in Corpus Lodge is not comfortable. You will be sleeping. It's not really comfortable. So I was like, where will I even get money to rent a place to stay? How will I get transport to be going from here to the place of primary assignment, which is very far in UI? And what is it called? The Winners Corpus Lodge is in Basharun. Those people knows Ibadan very well will know the distance between Basharun to UI. So it was very, I kept thinking, like, what am I going to do? How will I get money? I didn't have any money. I was just managing. So I went to the school. I went to report to the school. They directed me to meet the person in charge of corpus, which is the vice principal of the school. I went to meet him. I met other corpus in his office. So after he attended to some corpus, it was my turn. I went in to attend. He attended to me. I asked if there's provision for corpus lodge to be staying around the school, and he said there was none. And I told him the distance of where I will be coming from, which is Bashorun. So I tried talking him into like rejecting my letter, like my posting, because it is possible that you go to somewhere, they will say they don't need coppers, so you have to look for another posting. So I begged him that he should reject my posting so that I can go meet my uncle, give me another letter, then I'll take to NYSC Secretariat. They will repost me to my uncle's faculty. So I begged him and he told me something. He said, in the past, he said, for the past, whether he said 30 years or 20 years that um, they have been accepting coppers, or coppers have been coming to their school, there is no place for rejection. They have never rejected anybody and they will never reject anybody. That if you are posted there, is there you will serve until you leave. I was like, please sir, you are not providing accommodation, and where I am staying it's very far and I don't even have transport fare to be coming. I begged and begged. I even knelt down. This man said he cannot do anything, that it is impossible. So I left, and the following day I went there to talk to him about it, to beg him, to plead with him. And the next thing he was just trying to like make advances at me. He kept saying, you are a beautiful girl, why not come and meet me? He called the name of a place like that. I should come there. When I come there, he will look for a house for me. He would take care of me. I should not worry. I said, sir, what are you trying to say? He said, am I a small girl? That is not saying that he will be my sugar daddy, or I should not talk about sugar daddy. But what he's trying to say is he's going to take care of me, that I should not worry, I should this and that. And I was so surprised. He was just trying to, make advances, saying, oh, look at the way you are lekpa, you are so beautiful, don't worry, I will take care of you, this one, that one. And I got angry and left his office. When I came out of the school gates, and I received a call from a co-core member then, and I was explaining everything the man said to him. He was like, oh God, you fucked up. You should have just recorded everything and take it to NYSC Secretariat. I said, really? He said, yes, that I should go back there, that after other coppers leaves, I should go back to his office and start saying some things that will make him repeat those things he said to me before. That was how I went back. I waited. Other coppers left. I started begging him again. I knelt down, crying. I was crying, like real tears were coming out of my eyes. And this man didn't even look at those. It was just after his own selfish interest. So I kept begging him and he started talking, started saying all those things. Don't worry, I already told you what I wanted. If you want, come and meet me. I've forgotten the name of that place. He told me to come meet him. And he said, if you want to just come, I will take care of you. I will provide house that he will stay for you. Don't worry about anything. That was how I recorded everything. I pressed recording. He didn't know I recorded everything. And he said I should give him my number so that he will call me to tell me the location where I will meet him. And I said, okay, I gave him my number and left. But when I left his office, I just went straight to the NYSC Secretariat, and I met someone and I explained to the woman. The woman took me straight to the NYSC coordinator, the local government NYSC coordinator. I played it, it played, they listened to it, and they were surprised. They said, okay, I should send it to them via WhatsApp. I said I would do that, but my battery was low and the recording was too long, that I will send it when I get home after I charge it. Lo and behold, something unbelievable, unimaginable happened. The following morning, that phone refused to power up. It refused to power. I kept trying to on this phone. I kept trying to on this phone. This phone did not on. It was just like magic. It was just like voodoo. Like something happened because of the recording that was on the phone. Maybe as if the man knew and used juju, and the phone went off. It stopped to power. So that was how I said, oh my God, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? How am I going to go about this? and I kept it as an evidence, you know. So I kept panicking, but I still had faith in God that God will help me out. And then I went straight to the NYSC secretariat, and I told them what happened. I showed them the phone. They tried to on the phone. The phone was not powering. They tried to charge it. It was not powering. So they told me to stay aside, that they will attend to me later, which I kept going to the secretariat. More than 3 weeks I was going there because of this issue. I didn't report back to that school. They told me not to report back there, that they will handle it. So to cut the long story short, the NYC coordinator and the other woman told me they were going to meet me at the school, that I should go there, that they were coming. So I went there, and whilst I was waiting for them to arrive, there's one other corps member that came to meet me to tell me that, could you believe that this man was telling me to come and meet him in, I've forgotten the name of that place, the same place he told me to come and meet him, that was the same place he told this girl to come and meet him. So it means that he has been doing this same thing to coppers, and that was how I started telling this girl that this man told me the same thing. And I told her, I said, God, please, I want you to be like a witness. Please, NYC coordinator is coming. I want you to tell them this same thing you just told me, please. And she was panicking, she was scared. I said, please don't be scared, just tell them the same thing, because I've already told them that this man told me this same thing. So please, I want you to be a witness, please. She said okay, she agreed. Please ignore the background noise. It's my son that is disturbing. Please just ignore the background noise. So I went to meet the NYSC coordinator. When they came in, I took the girl along with me. We went there and we narrated everything. The girl told them the same thing I told them before, and they were shocked. So that was how they said we should just stay outside, and they went straight to meet the vice principal inside his office. And they just told him, when they came out after like 30 or 40 minutes later, they came out to tell me what they told him. And they said the man was practically shaking. Like, they told him that they have evidence that he is trying to sleep with corp members just to provide accommodation for them, that they are going to stop posting corp members to that school, that that was very wrong of him to be demanding sex from corp members. You understand? So he was so scared, he was shaking, he was even like, oh, he's so sorry. Then they now told him that there's one core member that is supposed to reject, that they are telling him right now that he should reject me. He has to write a rejection letter for me, that he should write a rejection letter for me, so that I can go to my place of choice. That this is very bad, that if he doesn't stop and start doing the right thing, they are going to escalate the issue and it's going to affect his job. So they warned him and they left his office. So they told me all these things that they told the man, and that was how I went back to meet him. I went back to meet the vice principal in his office, and he told me to come back the following day to come and collect my rejection letter. And I told him I won't be able to come back because I don't have transport fare to come back for the rejection letter. That he should reject me immediately. He should give me the rejection letter immediately. And he said I should not worry, that when I come back tomorrow, that he will give me transport fare. I said okay, I left. The following day I went there. He actually wrote rejection letter for me, and he also gave me transport fare. What God cannot do does not exist. This is the same person that said for the past 20 or 30 years that they have been accepting coppers. They have never rejected anyone, and it is impossible. That is why what God cannot do does not exist. He gave me rejection letter, and he also gave me transport fare. And I went back to NYSC Secretariat, and I was reposted to College of Medicine, the Faculty of Public Health. And I was posted to the Dean's office, the Dean of the Faculty's office. Oh my God. Again, what God cannot do does not exist. And I was still left with one more problem, which is accommodation problem. But I still had faith in God. My faith grew stronger in God because I believe that He that started it will finish it. He will provide accommodation for me. I could recall one day when we were coming from the church, from Winners Church after midweek service, and we were talking about accommodation and all that. I don't know how this just came out of my mouth, and I spilled it out that I feel I'll get a place to stay for free. They were just looking at me like, what is this one saying? I just had my faith. I just kept this fire burning. So that was how one of my uncles called me, and I was explaining to him how I am suffering, like I'm looking for a place to stay. I don't have a place to stay. And he said something, he said, "Are you not in Ibadan?" I said, "Yes, I am in Ibadan." He said, "I have a friend in Ibadan. His family is Ibadan, but he works in Lagos. He's not always around. Let me call him. Let me see if you can stay in his place." I said, "Really?" He said, "Yes, I should hold on. Let him call him." And I waited. He called him and he got back to me. And he said his friend just immediately he called him. And the man told him that he just entered Ibadan, that I should come meet him in front of UI. If I want to see him, I should come meet him in front of UI. That he should give me his number, that I should call him. Like, just like that. That was how I took a bike and I ran to meet the man. I called him, described where his car was, and I went to meet him. He said I should hop into his car, and he took me to his house. Then he said, "This is my house. If you like it, you can stay. If you don't like it, well, your choice." I said, "Sir, I like it. I love it." I met his wife. His wife is so lovely. She welcomed me, and I was like, just like that. I said, what God cannot do does not exist. Like, God is the only one that can make the impossible to be possible. That was how I got a free house to stay in Ibadan. And free food, like I was eating free food, literally getting free food to eat. God bless me with this family. Up to today, they have done a lot for me. This is how NYSC has blessed my life, has changed my life. NYSC made me to know a great family that has changed my life. That up till now, they are still my family. I go whenever I say I am in Ibadan, I'm in their place. Myself, my children, my husband, we go there. We spend Christmas, we spend the holiday. In fact, that was where I gave birth. Yes, I gave birth to my second child in Ibadan. I stayed in their house. They have become my family and I've become part of their family. That's how NYC changed my life. It is from their house that I went to get married. I left their house to get married straight to my husband's house. So NYC has really changed my life. I can't lie to you. They have done so much for me. There was a time I heard that they were going to scrap it. Please, NYC, please don't scrap it, please. It has helped so many people. I know some people that met their husband through NYSC. I know many people that got jobs, good jobs after NYSC. So please, I don't want it to be scrapped. I know that some people, as they are watching this, they might have bad memories about NYSC. Some people have lost their lives. I pray their soul rest in peace. God knows best. So that was how God changed my life. And I was working closely with the dean of the faculty. Like, this is the dean's office and this is me. And I also became like the dean's right hand girl. She will invite me to her house. I will sleep over there. Sometimes I was now even shuffling between sleeping there and sleeping in the place where I was staying. So it's just God. So guys, I want to urge you to believe in God. Have faith. Don't give up. In any situation you find yourself, don't give up. Have faith. Believe in God. Be hopeful that God is going to turn that situation around. But there is one thing I want you to know. Throughout that 1 year service in Ibadan, I served God. I served God as if I was going to die the following year, from work to church. from church to the house, from house to church. That's how I was doing it. I was serving God, midnight prayers, all night vigil, from midweek service, early morning Saturdays. I will go to church to clean the church, to do this. So I even joined the choir. I served God like tirelessly, as if I was going to die the following year. 2018 is a year that I will forever be grateful to God for, because 2018 is a year that my breakthrough began from. Yes, my breakthrough began from year 2018. So I want to urge you as believers to always serve God, to always have faith in God, because it is only God that can give you your heart desires. See, God is just too much. Through NYSC, I met great people. Through NYSC, God blessed me with a great family that they took me as their own daughter. That up till now, I go to their house. So guys, believers, I want to urge you to keep serving God, keep believing in God, keep having faith, and it's going to make the impossible possible. And I want to this opportunity to celebrate NYSC at 50 years golden jubilee. Thank you so much for this scheme. Thank you for, I know it has helped people, it has changed people's lives. So guys, if you served in year 2018, please gather here, come and drop comments. And if you know that NYSC has changed your life, like through NYSC you got a job, through NYSC you got to know some people, through NYSC you got married, you got to meet your husband or your wife, please come and drop it in the comment section. Let's make this thing interactive. If you enjoy my story, please drop it in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notification bell so that you will always get notification from YouTube whenever I upload new videos. And don't forget to drop comments, share my video, and please don't forget to like this video. Thanks for watching once again. See you in my next video. Bye bye.